Welcome to the middle of summer in Seattle. Lots of fun things going on around town with Seafair, lots of people out of town. And so today we're going to have a look at the MLS data to see what this is telling us for how the market is going so far and what we can expect moving forward. I'm Seattle Realtor Emily Cressy here to help you out. So in front of us on the screen, we have our InfoSparks data for the city of Seattle and Bellevue, as well as King County and Snohomish County more generally to give us bigger picture trends, especially in terms of what's going on in some of these outlying areas in the suburbs and smaller towns. So up on the screen right now, we have median home sale prices. Bellevue, as usual, is at the top with the most expensive homes in the region. But as you can see overall over here in this sidebar, for last month, this is June 2026 data, we're looking at what has happened year over year in Seattle. Bellevue has been hit the hardest. Bellevue was our big favorite the last couple of years, the most expensive, hottest appreciating market over on the east side, driven by tech money. And now that's coming back to bite them in the wake of layoffs. The millionaire's tax and other, influences are having a pronounced negative effect on the Bellevue real estate market. So Bellevue median home price down almost 17% year over year compared to where we were last year. We're currently at a median home price of $1.75 million. So it's not like they're impoverished over there, but it is showing us that things are not as strong as where they were last June when the median home price was $2.1 million. Similarly, across the board, we're seeing softening in Seattle and King County of about 5%, and Snohomish County is down 6% compared to where it was this time last year in terms of median home prices. We are just looking at residential property. We're excluding condominiums. And I will say in Seattle, we are getting more and more townhomes with no HOA that are not condominiums, but that is kind of a form of middle housing that's not single family homes. So that could be affecting the numbers a little bit. We could isolate for that if you want to by focusing on some previously owned or some certain square footage, some certain price ranges. So depending on the type of property you're selling or buying, this may or may not map directly to your niche. Condos are a different thing altogether. So as you get ready to sell, don't worry too much about the general trend. We can boil it down to your zip code, your type of property, but overall just signs of a weakening resale market. When we look at new listings here, we are seeing a relatively similar pattern to what we have seen in the past. 2025 hit a peak in King County of 3,400 new listings. This year, we hit a peak of 3,300 new listings. So very similar in terms of the number of homes coming to market. However, the homes for sale is a different story. And we can see that the homes for sale, especially as we get here into the summer months, is higher than it has been in the past, meaning that there is less inventory that's been absorbed and purchased by buyers, more choices for buyers, keeping buyers acting a little bit more slowly, taking their time, and negotiating harder when it comes to getting a good price. Pending sales show a similar rate of purchasing as in the past. Closed sales, again, we are at a similar place to where we were last year. So really, the homes for sale is the primary indicator that we just don't have the absorption that we would like. This is not a huge problem. We are seeing still median days on market is 10 to 11 days throughout the region. And the average, not half the homes sell in 10 or 11 days or less, and then half sell for more. The average being about 24 at the max in Snohomish County. As we take a peek at months of supply, we can see we do have a higher amount of supply than usual, reflecting the slower theme of not as many homes being bought up relative to supply and demand. We've got a high supply here, and we are inching above the 3-month mark. Essentially, this metric is saying if we stopped listing new homes and we just kept buying them at the current rate of speed, when would we sell out of property? And 3 months as kind of that break-even point between a seller's market and a buyer's market. So we can see, especially in Bellevue, the things are shifting toward a buyer's market. It's slowing down over there on the east side. And the fastest moving market is the Seattle market, believe it or not. And again, for single family houses here primarily, which are not condominiums, which are having a completely different market altogether. In terms of closings, we are having a high supply of closings here in Bellevue, again, reflecting that it's slower, shifting toward a buyer's market in Bellevue. Now, how much are things selling for? Well, when they are listed at an appropriate price, people are still getting full price. Bellevue getting 98% of whatever it's listed for. In terms of the original price point, what we're seeing here is that Bellevue is only getting 96.8% of the original price, again, reflecting that softening in the area. We are not seeing that in Seattle or Snohomish County. Looking at average price per square foot, we do see on the green line at the top a downward trend for Bellevue, although softening throughout the region. You can see here 4.8% down in King County, similar to Seattle. Snohomish County only down 2.8%. But as usual, as we expect, homes that priced correctly will sell, and median, it's only taking about 9 people to come through your property. On average, a little more, 10, 12, 13 people coming through your property, and you should have had it sold. If not, it may be an indication that something needs to change. Now, if you are thinking about selling your property, this summertime does tend to be a slower time of year to get it done. Look to list at the beginning of September, and you should be in good shape. September and October, we see a nice little activity bump towards the end of the year with more homes going under contract at that time. So don't worry if your home's not ready, you're going on vacation, you haven't gotten as far as you wanted to be by this point, the market has not left you behind. Feel free to reach out to me, Emily, at homeproassociates.com, and we will go ahead and do a rundown of what's happening in your neighborhood so you can see exactly the market that you're walking into and what that says about how you need to price your home to sell. Thanks so much for joining me. I have other market updates in different regions of the area, as well as keeping you posted on my blog every month. So feel free to pop on over to homeproassociates.com for more information, and I will see you on the next video.